Emperor Naruhito of Japan harvests rice for an upcoming ritual in Tokyo. The Prince and Princess of Wales visit Hereford. And Hereditary Grand Duchess Stéphanie of Luxembourg opens a photo exhibition in H.R.H. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for September 14th, 2023. Her Royal Highness Hereditary Grand Duchess Stéphanie of Luxembourg presided over the inauguration of the photo exhibition entitled Roman Urhausen, Still Life, held at the Schloss Goart Gallery in Esch-sur-Alzette. Innovative and creative throughout his life, the late Roman Urhausen left a prolific body of work, including photographs from the late 1950s through the 1970s, which, quote, constitute an extraordinary collection. The exhibition, Roman Urhausen, Still of Life, reveals life in Esch mining basin and its surroundings, its urban daily life, its workplaces, its steel structures within the mining sites, mainly in the years between 1950 and 1970. By integrating furniture, original jewelry, and sculptures, the exhibition also gives an overview of the artist's talents as a designer and sculptor. The exhibition includes reproductions from original prints, gelatin silver prints made by the artist, jewelry, sculptures, and books, a rocking lounge chair, and a video made available by the family of the artist. End quote. Roman Urhausen, Still of Life, will be open to the public from September 15th through October 22nd, 2023. Meanwhile, His Royal Highness Grand Duke Henri of Luxembourg attended a celebration on the occasion of the 20th anniversary of the University of Luxembourg in Luxembourg City. During the celebrations, the Grand Duke, cut a cake. A very big cake. Looks delicious. Their Majesties, King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians, met with His Holiness Pope Francis this morning at the Apostolic Palace at the State of the Vatican City. According to a press release via the Holy See, during the meeting, discussions focused on matters of mutual interest and some issues of an international nature, with special reference to Africa, the war in Ukraine, and the commitment to peace among peoples. Their Majesties and His Holiness also spoke about the good relations between the Holy See and Belgium, highlighting the, quote, role of the Christian faith and the Catholic Church, end quote. After the meeting with the Holy Father, their Majesties met with the Secretary for Relations with States and International Organizations, Archbishop Paul Richard Gallagher, in the offices of the Secretariat of the State. This is their Majesty's second visit this year to the State of the Vatican City. Last January, their Majesties attended the funeral mass of the late Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, who passed away on December 31st, 2022. His Majesty, King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands, paid a working visit to the town of Loppersum in the municipality of Eems-Delta. The visit focused on business buildings affected by earthquakes. During the visit, His Majesty the King spoke with, quote, homeowners, a tenant, SME entrepreneurs, and interest representatives about solutions for the repair and strengthening of buildings and the development of the village center, end quote. Their Majesties, King Carl Gustaf and Queen Silvia of Sweden, hosted a reception for representatives of business and the Scouts at the Kungliga Slottet in Stockholm. According to the Swedish Royal Court, during the reception, which was held on the occasion of His Majesty's Golden Jubilee weekend celebrations, the Scouts, quote, collected funds for the Young Leadership Foundation and for the establishment of a professorship in Young Leadership at the Stockholm School of Economics, end quote. In the evening, their Majesties attended the Royal Swedish Opera's Golden Jubilee performance held at the Drottningholm Palace Theatre. Guests in attendance included Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, Her Majesty Queen Anne Marie of Greece, Their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Frederick and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, Her Royal Highness Princess Madeleine of Sweden, and her husband, Mr. Christopher O'Neill, Their Royal Highnesses Prince Carl Philippe and Princess Sophia of Sweden, Her Royal Highness Princess Estelle of Sweden, His Royal Highness Prince Oscar of Sweden, Their Royal Highnesses Crown Princess Victoria and Prince Daniel of Sweden, Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway, Mr. and Mrs. Helgqvist, the parents of Princess Sophia of Sweden, Mr. and Mrs. Vestling, the parents of Prince Daniel of Sweden, Princess Christina, Mrs. Magnusson, and her husband, Mr. Tord Magnusson, Mrs. Eva O'Neill, the President and the First Lady of Finland, the President and the First Lady of Iceland, members of Parliament, the government, representatives from academia, the business industry, royal academies, culture, and the media. After the performance, Their Majesties hosted a private dinner at Drottningholm Palace. In Madrid, His Majesty King Felipe VI of Spain held an audience this morning with the new president of the Generalitat Valenciana, Mr. Carlos Mazón, at Palacio de la Zarzuela. Thereafter, the king held an audience with the new president of the Autonomous Community of Cantabria, Ms. Maria José Gómez. His Imperial Majesty Emperor Naruhito of Japan harvested rice this morning on the grounds at the Imperial Palace in Tokyo. According to the IHA, the emperor used a sickle to cut 20 stalks of two varieties of rice, the non-glutinous Nihon Masari and the glutinous Mangetsu Mochi. The harvested rice will be used as an offering of thanks to the gods during the Nina Masai rite in November and for other Shinto rituals. Meanwhile, in Kuala Lumpur, His Majesty, the King of Malaysia, held a pre-cabinet meeting with the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Anwar bin Ibrahim, at the National Palace. According to a palace press release, the pre-cabinet meetings are among His Majesty's weekly activities or main routines to discuss and exchange opinions with the Prime Minister regarding government-related affairs and issues. After the meeting, the King did a little paperwork, read some letters from citizens, and took the time to reply. Oh, that's sweet of him. Their Royal Highnesses, the Prince and Princess of Wales, visited Hereford this morning to meet with partners of the Duchy of Cornwall, including Madley Primary School's Forest School and the We Are Farming Minds charity. And finally, His Royal Highness Prince Luitpold of Bavaria attended the inauguration of the Cultural Museum in Holzhausen, Germany. According to a press release, the Bavarian Traditional Costume Association has been working since 2020 to transform the old church rectory into a new, informative, and interactive museum. Quote, "The aim of the museum is to display to the visitor a wide variety of traditional Bavarian costumes. The museum spans more than 400 square meters over 3 floors and offers impressive insights on the subject of costume, its origin, and the Bavarian way of life." End quote. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Friday, September 15th, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful afternoon and a great day tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.